Welcome to Denmark. Before we go to the castle, I must give a bit of background. Denmark and Norway were at war. Well, I say they were at war. The two kings decided to do a mano a mano. Winner takes all. Denmark won. Norway lost a bit of land. But of course, nothing is ever that simple. The late King of Norway's son was not happy about all this. So he decided to invade Poland, and as he's marching from Norway to Poland, he's going to stop off in Denmark and avenge his father's death. The trouble is, it gets even more complicated. The King of Denmark, the victorious one, whose name was Hamlet, he soon died under mysterious circumstances. After his death, his widow, Gertrude, then married his brother, Claudius. Now, hasty marriages can be a risky business, but there's nothing to worry about here. The pair always got along very well. And the son wasn't very happy either. The son's name, well, his name was also Hamlet. And one final thing. Some of you may be wondering how you can march from Norway to Poland by way of Denmark. I will show you. Before we go to the castle, come and have a look at this.
Good now, sit down and tell me, he that knows, why this same strict and most observant watch so nightly burdens the citizens of this land, and why such daily casting of brass cannon and foreign mart for implements of war? Why such forced labour of shipwrights, whose tiring task does not divide the Sunday from the week? What might be coming, that this sweary haste doth make the night joint labourer with the day? Who is that can inform me? That is the question. The reason we're getting ready for war. Let me show you.
Before we get to the castle, let's go and see the Queen, Hamlet's mother. There you go. Gertrude, if I may call you that.
Have you forgot me?
My apologies, Queen Gertrude. Your husband's brother's wife. Gets a bit complicated, doesn't it? What does your son think to that?
Nay, Then I'll set those to you that can speak.
I beg your pardon. May I just ask a few questions so everybody can see your innermost parts?
What wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me?
I think murder is a bit strong. Just a few questions.
Oh, what rash and bloody deed this is!
No, not really. I mean, it's not as bad as killing a king to marry his brother.
As kill a king.
Well, that's what is said. Are you a bit nervous? I see your hands tremble. Does your heart tremble? Or is it beyond such things?
What have I done that thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Some call you a gambler, some a prostitute, some wonder your fate on Judgment Day, after this act.
What act? Speak no more. Thou turn'st mine eyes into my very soul.
Well, I think we'll leave it there. Off to the castle. This is Helsinge. It's in the little bit of Denmark very close to Sweden. In fact, just over that short stretch of sea is the Swedish city of Helsingborg. But this is not a happy place. As someone once said, there is something rotten in the state of Denmark. People are imagining things.
What art thou that you serve this time of night, together with that fair and warlike form in which the majesty of bearing Denmark did sometimes march? By heaven, I charge thee, speak! It is offended, thee it stalks away.
When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window and it will be gone. The reason we travel on and on. We don't think twice. It's all wrong.
Ah, good morrow, my son. Ooh, they expect that sort of thing around here. Indeed they are. complete and utter. And that includes your mate. Sorry, your old mate. Anyway, enough of them. It's your plans that I wish to talk about. Your plans, my plans. It's all the same, really, isn't it? You did well coming here for the funeral and the wedding. I know it was difficult. At least there should be no christening. Yeah, it would, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, forget it. Anyway, the good news is you are going to Paris. I've sorted it with them. Sorted it.
And now, Polonius, what's the news with you? You told us of some suit. What is Polonius? You cannot speak of reason to the Dane and lose thy voice. What was thou beg, Polonius? That shall not be my offer, not thy asking. The head is not more native to the heart, the hand more instrumental to the mouth, than is the throne of Denmark to thee. What thou have, Polonius?
You'll enjoy it. No, your allowance is what it is. See my tailor, he'll see you all right. Quality, create the right impression. Your old friend, your old friend is off to Wittenberg. Well, you didn't want him in Paris, did you? I mean, I could arrange all this sort of thing if you wanted me to. Yeah, no, I think I sold it to him. You know, Your Royal Highness, I do feel what you are feeling. They think you have everything, yet you are imprisoned. Trapped by birth, by tradition, by expectations. You are as much a captive as the servant who waits upon your table. Wittenberg, sir. Yes, Luther broke away from this corrupt society, and so shall you. Abroad, abroad for shame. The wind sits in the shoulder of your sail. Your ship awaits. My blessing with thee. And, above all else, to thine own self be true. No, indeed he will. But what is his true self? Totally free, always in anguish. Could not make a decision, even if his life depended on it. Yeah, I told him, give thy thoughts no tongue, give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Those friends that thou hast, and their adoption tried, grapple them to your soul with hoops of steel. He'll be in with the radicals as a lamb to the slaughter. You'll enjoy Paris, and Wittenberg will enjoy him.
Gertrude? He sent a text. FYI. Not going to not going to Wittenberg. Not going. He's going, right? He's going. Not hanging around here doing his Banquo's ghost. I'll tell him. What? Okay, right. Your mother, no. The Queen says, cast thy nighted colour off, let thine eye look like a friend of Denmark. Do not forever with thy veiled lids seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou knowest 'tis common that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity. Here you go. He's replied, ha 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 ha.
Daughter of Tantalus, your children have been lost. Not dead, but here, just out of reach. You had to pay the cost. The weeds grew tall, things rank and gross were watered by your tears. Hyperion, who circled off, hears the music of the spheres. Frailty, thy name is woman, a senseless beast she would have known. The uses of this world are stale, I bring about my end. If I could melt, become as dew, in torment I'd descend. The king, my uncle, father, standing where my father stood. Must I act? It is not, nor it cannot come to good. Frailty, thy name is woman, a senseless beast she would have known.
Number 4, indeed, but 13. Always the get out. Or is it 29? Yes. 29 makes you think. Rosencrantz, Guildenstern. Do you think we are in purgatory? Purgatory. Trapped in purgatory. St. Thomas of Zlin would have it so. I don't know. Does that mean we're dead? I don't know. It's difficult to say. It's all relative. Relative to what? Exactly. Don't you know? What do any of us know? You know lots of things. But do I? And are they true? It's difficult to say. It's all relative. Relative to what? I know, it's difficult to say. You see, what we need is a frame of reference. Then, relative to that frame of reference, we can say where we are. Simple. So what is our frame of reference? Right, that's easy. Just pick one. It's arbitrary. What? I get to choose? Oh yes. Anything you want. Alive, dead, in purgatory, whatever. Well, given the choice, I think I would prefer to be alive. There you go then. So I'm alive. Yes. And you're alive? Yes. And Hamlet, Laertes, the king, the queen, everyone? Yes. So St. Thomas of Zlin was wrong. We're not in purgatory. Not necessarily. He has a different frame of reference. To him, we are in purgatory. Well, we either are or we aren't. We can't be in both, can we? I don't know. It's difficult to say. Just ask Erwin. Who's Erwin? Owen Schrödinger. I don't know him. Yeah, probably for the best. So, the old king, old Hamlet, is he in purgatory? The people say he is, and the voices say he is. Voices. Voices. You hear voices? Well, not me, but people do. I almost heard them, but there was this cockerel. A cockerel. Cockerel, yeah. The people say, the voices say, old Hamlet says he's in purgatory. He's not happy. And so we come back to number 9. In number 13, Luther said, the dying are freed by death from all penalties. I mean, that is pretty clear. So, death is the answer to all our problems. I don't know. It's difficult to say. Don't forget number 4. The penalty of sin continues as long as self-hate continues. I mean, that would seem to be a contradiction. I don't know. It's difficult to say. I'm sure Luther wouldn't contradict himself. We must think harder. Rosencrantz, Guildenstern, does that mean the end of life is not dying? The end of life is coming to peace with oneself. Requiescat in pace. So, if old Hamlet is not at peace, then the voices are true. He's in purgatory. And the only way to make him happy is to kill him. Or could it be that the only way to kill him is to make him happy? I don't know. It's difficult. Guildenstern, well done. Guildenstern where does this leave our good friend, the prince? He can't be in purgatory because we're not in purgatory. But Horatio says he hears his father's voice. Does Horatio hear the voices? No. He did hear the cockerel, though. Well, we all hear the cockerel every day. Horatio says he's different. He doesn't know what to do. There's no difference there then. He listens to the voices that only he can hear.
Question that really could be worse than fighting days.
He's told me he has, very often of late, given private time to you. And you yourself have, of your audience, been most free and bounteous. Many tenders of his affection. Perilous circumstance. Do you believe his tenders, as you call them? Well, certain things are expected of my daughter and your honour. You have taken these tenders for true payment, an unsigned cheque. Tender yourself more dearly, or you'll tender me a fool. He may seem honourable, these springs to catch a woodcock. I do know when the blood burns, how prodigal the soul. These blazes, daughter, giving more light than heat, extinct in both. From this time be somewhat scanter in your maiden presence. Do as I say, daughter, then weigh what losses your honour may sustain, if with credent ear you list his songs. How now, Ophelia? What's the matter? You don't sound too good. Did it not go to plan? Let me get this straight. Doublet unbraced, stockings fouled, ungartered and down-gyvered to his ankle. No hat upon his head. I wouldn't want to miss that one. But is he in love with you? What did he say? What did he do? By the wrist? Tightly? Other arm raised? Not moving? Looking you up and down? Before you could stop him, he went away. Did you give him any hard words? Sent back his letters? Do you know any access? I feared he did but trifle and meant to wreck thee. I think too much. But someone has to. Come, this must be made known. Do I, as some ungracious pastors do, himself the primrose path of dalliance tread? Your Majesty, I've come across certain evidences of the Prince at Wake taking his rouse, and as he drains his draughts of Rhenish there is music, kettle drums, trumpets, wassailing. Can we have a look? Not working. Right.
Hey, Hamlet, give us a song. Hamlet. Hey, behind him. Go on, give us a song. Come on. Hamlet, give us a song. Cleavers drunk and they soiled our edition, our native here, and to this manor and born, brave boys, and to this manor and born. The first was a man who was born without eyes. He heard of the evil and ran to the cries of the voices that call. The voices know all there's to know. The Cleepers drunk and they soiled our edition, our native here, and to this manor and born, brave boys, and to this manor and born. The next was a man who was born without ears. He saw all the evil and saw all the tears, but the voices that called, he knew not at all, did not go. They Cleepers drunk and they soiled our edition, our native here, and to this manor and born, brave boys, and to this manor and born. The last was a man who was born without legs. The evil he sees and he hears and he begs that they take him away, but he's never a day's at peace. They Cleepers drunk and they soil our edition, our native here, and to this manor and born, brave boys, and to this manor and born. They Cleepers drunk and they soil our edition, our native here, and to this manor and born, brave boys, and to this manor and born.
Yeah. Such wanton, wild and unusual slips the companions noted and most known to youth and liberty.
As gaming, my lord?
Aye, or drinking, fencing, swearing, quarrelling, drabbing. He may go so far.
I've been thinking, if a person is only happy when they're dead, and the only true way to die is to be happy, then how can I ever have a happy life?
I don't know. It's difficult. Do what you want. Makes no difference.
But I want to be happy. Yet you tell me I can't make a difference.
Live for today. See what happens.
But then I'm a day nearer death.
That's worrying. So, don't waste a single day. Live like a prince.
Our prince doesn't seem too happy.
I was thinking of Fontinbras. He chose action above contemplation. He will avenge his father's death.
No. Peace has been declared. They'll be just marching by, going to Poland. See, all the munition factories are quiet.
What's that?
Where?
Maybe nothing. You don't fancy war then? Up against Norway, defending the motherland?
Not really my sort of thing. Might get hurt. Or worse.
But is it worse? Or is it nobler to suffer by slings, by arrows, or take to the sea, to trouble them, to oppose them, to end them?
That is a question. Here's another one. When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, and you look out the window, has it gone? Is this the reason we keep on and on? We don't think. We don't think it's all right.
I'm sure I heard something.
In ancient Israel, the law commanded that a brother's widow become his bride. A custom strange, yet in those times was fixed, a duty owed, though now it's cast aside. When Shakespeare penned this tragedy of grief, he wove within his tale his own despair. In Hamlet's voice he sought to find relief, in sorrow shared he showed the weight we bear. This play unfolds to stir the king's own heart, to catch his conscience in a web of lies. With each performance life and death do part, as truths arise beneath these starry skies. In fleeting hours we taste love and pain, the actor's craft at a mirror, held to time. In every role humanity's refrain, a transient gift yet echoing in rhyme. Life's path, a dead-end road we all must tread, yet in 3 hours our feelings all are fed. The actor's craft shows beings made from air. A fleeting life becomes the audience's stare.
This time of night, together, with that fair and warlike form in which the majesty of Denmark is sometimes marked by heaven. Largely, speak now. Think, I cannot let it. Think it's gone away.
According to Scotland Yard, the crime took place in the environs of the castle. The victim has been identified as Mr. Roy King. The police are anxious to interview a man seen in the vicinity, wearing a sheepskin jacket and sunglasses. Traffic news. Motorists are warned of dangerous driving conditions due to snow and ice. The worst of the weather will be found in eastern areas. Finally, today's report from Westminster.
Oh, what rash and bloody deed is this? These words like daggers enter in my ears. No more. I am reminded, not of death, it's true. When my dear husband passed, I sold it all and came to Helsingor to start anew. But peacefulness here seems to be small, with chaos reigning in this town of old. Yet snow may bring some quiet to the place, but 4 guests still may come despite the cold. But we'll see then how many find this space.
Good evening, ma'am. What, madame?
Ah, gentle sirs, you've finally arrived. 'Tis been a tempest, snowfall, fierce and wild. I fear thou may be sole patrons this night. with storm's cruel might keeping all at bay.
Goodness, Mrs. Peabody, what awful luck! We couldn't help but be delayed. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Green. A pleasure to spell it out for you. With a P, as in pneumonia. And this, my dear friend, is Plum, with a G, as in gnome. It's quite beautiful, though, isn't it? The snow, I mean. Perhaps we can't go out for golf, but we can indulge in some exquisite cocktails.
Gentle guests, thine presence doth appease amidst this snowstorm's cold and wintry breeze, and yet I confess a burden on my heart hath cast its shadow, tearing me apart. Its weight, it seems, hath tainted this abode, and marred the birth that once within it flowed.
Pray tell, dear lady, what is troubling you?
Haply, hath the ear of thee been graced, good folks? News wrought with horror on raucous airwaves spoke. The slaying of Roy King within Elsinore's hold. Doth this commotion vex thy hearts? Begone, falsehood.
Yes, we heard on the way down. Terrible business, don't you know? But what concern is it of us? Actually, Plum, I believe I may have met either King's son or was it his nephew, possibly at my club. Mind you, I can't be absolutely sure, you know how these social events tend to blur together.
Oh my, a victim's link, how strange and drear. Yet let us not in sorrow's grasp appear. Pray, lay your weary bones, rest and repose, but be aware, cook scarce through tempest blows.
Don't worry, Mrs. Peabody. If the cook is snowed in, we'll gladly subsist on cocktails alone.
Methinks, good sirs, I lack the culinary skill to craft a dish that shall your taste buds thrill. This cooking art, alas, I cannot wield, for in this task my weaknesses stand revealed.
My dear chum, I must say this predicament we find ourselves in does present quite the conundrum. Indulging solely in an assortment of delightful cocktails for sustenance might seem a jolly prospect at first, but I dare say it shall not keep our stomachs content for long. Nonsense, my dear Green. I will just have to make do. A temporary setback, nothing more. Let us go and raise a glass to the eccentricities of life.
Will you take your drinks in the lounge, gentlemen?
I think over a game of billiards would be best.
Right away, sir.
Ah, full of books.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to Tudor Court. It is a frightful night. How was your journey?
The wind howled through these desolate streets, but I navigated my way through the treacherous snowfall. They seemed frozen in time, wrapped in an icy grip that matches the unease gripping my chest. But the job has to be done, and my job is to control the vermin infesting this godforsaken place. Lady, the radio whispers of another darkness looming. A murder. Subject's name, Roy King now. There's a figure shrouded in shadows. The word on the street is he had a few skeletons rattling around his closet. It's always the ones with a twisted past that make the present all the more dangerous. My tools of justice. Ready to wage war against the pests of this town. But now, I need something stronger. Warm my bones. Numb these worries stirred up by this news. Darkness lurks in every corner, even when you're just trying to exterminate a few measly insects.
Let me just fill in the register. Mr. Moutard? Is that a Belgian name?
No. The name's Murrah. I ain't Belgian. I'll go get my bags. Pardon me, sir.
Good evening, sir. And you must be Mr. Prince. Let me get this right. Oh, spelt the Belgian way.
Je suis belge, de ma terre, la Belgique, c'est un pays si grand. Les hommes belges vraiment velours à célébrer dans le monde entier par le son entière. Aussi divin, servi avec le mayonnaise, on goûte si fin. Le chocolat d'un délice que nous savourons, mais pas avec des frites, ne serions pas certains. Chaud, chaud. La bière non te compare avec Charles Boucher, mais pas versé dessus, ce n'est pas bien. Nous ne sommes pas méfiants, que ça va sont connus, les belles choses authentiques, notre réputation les montre. Les Néerlandais nous sont méprisants, mais nous ne sommes pas français, ne tiendront pas de nous écouter quand nous sommes uniques. Vers Belge, nos héritages et montre. Show myself, show.
Right. Let me show you to your room. Excuse me. That sounds like our last guest has arrived.
Good my lady, how does your honour for this many a day?
Well, I humbly thank you.
It is said that you have want of a cook.
Do I know thee?
My lady, I have remembrances of you that I have longed to redeliver. I pray you now receive me.
No, not I. I never gave you aught.
My honoured lady, you know right well you did. These many words of so sweet breath composed that made things rich. I return, their perfume lost, I return. For to the noble mind, rich gifts wax poor when givers prove unkind. There, my lady.
You were one of my girls. Were you honest?
My lady?
Were you fair?
What means your ladyship?
That if you were honest and fair, your honesty would admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lady, have better dealings than with honesty?
Aye, truly. For the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is into corruption than the force of honesty can translate beauty into purity. This was sometimes a paradox, but now the time gives it proof. I did love you all once.
Indeed, my lady, you made me believe so.
You shouldn't have believed me. We are all corrupt, no matter how hard we try. I didn't love any of you.
I was the more deceived. I'll get me to a kitchen.